Do you want to film better videos off-road? Well, then this is the video for you. Stay tuned and I'll show you my tips that will hopefully make your video much better. All right guys, my name is Dewey Jones and I am a new YouTuber and I cover Colorado, and one of the series that I am doing right now is a Jeep series. Basically, I show you that a stock Jeep can go anywhere. I want my Jeep videos to be great and I want your Jeep videos to be great too. So these are the tips that I have that I've learned since 2005 by filming Jeeps in various aspects. I'm hoping that these tips will help you, and I would love to hear your tips also so that I can make my videos better in the future too. All right, my first tip is to bring someone with you. Now, I don't actually do this, and I really should, because when you bring someone with you to film your Jeep, you can concentrate on driving the vehicle. You don't have to be getting out there and filming. You can have dynamic shots. You can show that Jeep as it crawls over whatever you're doing. Look at Light Bright's videos. Brittany gets out there, she spots, and she films. Like, that is really incredible. If you can find someone that wants to do that for you, that will make your Jeep videos so much better. And all right, so my tip number 2 is another tip that I don't follow very well, but I promise I will start doing this, is bring other vehicles with you. Now, as much as I love my Jeep, I know you don't want to see it for a whole video. Like, if you have some friends that are like-minded, don't mind being filmed, get them together, go out there and film and show that Jeep, show that Ford doing some really cool stuff. All right. Now, tip number 3 is extremely important. This is a tip where you need to film less busy trails or film on weekdays. Use those weekdays, use your less busy trails, or just use courtesy to let those people get by you while you're filming. That is something that will extremely help you spend time on getting the right shot for your videos. Tip number 4 is vary the shots. Now, as much as I love watching Jeeps in all kinds of capacities, it gets boring when you have your GoPro stuck right here and just showing the trail the whole way. And I admit, I'm someone that sometimes does it. You filmed a little section, let's go over here, let's change it this way, let's go over here. You can show it kind of like the wide angle right here, and you can show everything. All right, so my next tip is show your location. One of the things I noticed about my early videos that have high view counts on my original channel, I have no idea where I was. I was just showing Jeep action, and basically I think it's really cool to know where you're at, what you're wheeling. That's one of the great things about these Jeeps, is that you can see such incredible, beautiful places. Let the people see it. Now, you don't need a drone to do this. You can show your location in a whole bunch of ways, but you should definitely show your location. All right, so my tip number 6 is host the video. Now, this is something I really don't feel comfortable with, and I'm getting better at it, but I think this makes your videos much better. When you look at some of the best YouTube channels of Jeep videos, they host the videos in some way. This is something I'd like to see. I'd like to see who's behind the wheel, who is driving that Jeep. All right, now tip number 7 is something I am still learning. It's color correction. Now, I never did this on my original videos, but I look at them now and they're just bland. It doesn't show what I actually was wheeling in. Color correction is not that hard, but it's something you should do. Now, most editing software now makes it really easy. You go into the After Effects and you can get it to something that looks like what you encountered. All right, so my next tip is tip 8. Everything looks smaller when you take an off-road video. And that's one of the things that we need to learn to shoot these better, to show the obstacles for what they are. Now, this Jeep right now may look level. It is not on a level ground. This is actually pretty steep. Watch how I drop down into this. But if I shot this from above, it would look like I am off-roading on a flat ground. So you want to get back here and below, where you can show that Jeep climbing up there, and it looks much more realistic to what you actually encountered while off-roading. Use it. So slow motion is really good for snow wheeling, mud, water. Water is really cool. If you can get that up to like 60 frames or 120 frames per second, you can get some incredible shots. My next tip is talking about frame rate. Basically, there's a whole bunch of different frame rates. Which one should you choose? I personally, because I am trying to show off Colorado, I use 24 frames per second because it's a more cinematic look, but it gives you a little bit of motion blur. Now, if you are showing off your Jeep doing some pretty cool stuff, you may want to speed up that rate. You may want to use 30, you may even want to use 60, but 24 frames, even with Jeeps, looks really good. All right, so my next tip is the edit matters. Now, this is one of the hardest things in filmmaking or video making or whatever, because you took these really cool shots and you want to throw them in there, but you got to remember we all need to get better at cutting out the fluff to keep people interested in the shots, keep people watching to the end, because you might have a really cool obstacle at the end, but if they clicked off because they saw too many trees, then it just doesn't work. All right, my next tip is if you have multiple cameras, use them. I don't care if they're old or whatever. Put them out there. It gives you other angled shots and basically allows you to do the obstacle once and get a whole bunch of cool camera angles with that one obstacle. All right, my next tip is to tell a story with your video. Basically, you want to have a beginning, middle, and an end. The beginning can have you airing down your tires, can have you guys getting ready. The middle can show you doing those obstacles. And then the end can show you airing back up or having beers. All right, my next tip is add music to your videos. Now, something I used to get in trouble with, I would add music that was from popular artists and I would get copyrighted striked all the time. So there is music sharing sites that allow you to use music for your videos that is free to use and does not carry any copyright claim. I think drones and 360 cameras will definitely add value to your Jeep videos. Now, right now, all I have is a drone and I love this thing. This thing allows me to get some really cool shots and see what I'm actually wheeling on from a perspective I never see. And all right, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope these tips will help you. If you have your own tips, please leave those in the comments so that I can learn from you, because I want to make much better videos. Currently, I do a Jeep series, but I have ideas on bringing in other vehicles, and we are going to cover trails, and we are going to show if your vehicle can actually do it too. Definitely stay tuned, because we have a even better series coming up next on taking amazing photos of your Jeep off-roading. All right, guys, I can't finish a video without doing a beer rating, so it's time for a beer. Someone that wants to film your Jeep or off-road vehicle, even if it's a Toyota, it's fine. That